What are we talking about today? We're talking about some hidden screws that are on some carburetors. The manufacturers don't want you to know those screws are there. They don't want you playing with them. Well, I'm here to tell you right now where they are and how you get at them. I'm going to go through a really common Walbro carburetor and a very common Zama carburetor that is going to be on a lot of your equipment. I'll show you where those hidden screws are right now. Now you adjust these things exactly like I showed you in that video earlier. You adjust them the exact same, it's going to work the same, but you just need to know where your low speed screw is and your high speed screw is. And you go back to that video and do what I did on there now that you know that. So I'm just going to show you where those are. I'm going to start with a really common Zama carburetor. This is a Zama carburetor. Now, these carburetors where they got the hidden screws on them are called barrel type carburetors. They're still a cube type carburetor, but the screws aren't sticking out the side like that one. When you open and close your throttle cable like that, it's twisting that barrel right down the center of that barrel, right down there. That's your low speed screw. If you have that carburetor that looks just like this, you got this is called the primer body right here. You got your two fuel lines that plug on there, and you got your fuel primer bulb right here. Right in between those two, you're going to see this little hole right there. That is your high speed screw right there. Now you know where your low speed and high speed screw are on that Zama carburetor. How do you get at them? How do you adjust those? Unfortunately, what the manufacturer does is they stick a little plastic plug down both those holes. It's a little plastic plug that looks like this. Tiny little thing like that. They just jam that down the hole to prevent you from getting a screwdriver down there. They don't want you messing with those screws. How do we get those little plastic plugs out of there so you can get to the screws and adjust them? There's a little extractor tool that you can get. If you go to your small engine shop, your local small engine shop, they should be able to set you up with one of these. It just looks like a screw or a very tiny bolt on the end of it. It's actually a left-hand thread on it, so you screw it backwards to screw it in. That's how you get those out. If you have that tool, that's fantastic. What you do is you stick that tool in there. We'll go for the high-speed screw on the Zama right here. You stick that tool in there like that, and you turn it backwards. What do you think? Counterclockwise. Turn it a couple, 3, 4 turns maybe, and it's supposed to screw itself into that little plastic plug. And then you can pop it out and you'll see that little plastic plug stuck on the end. If you can't get it, that means that little plastic plug, unfortunately, is stripped already. You can't get that out of there, you don't have that tool right there. This is how I get them out. After you get that plastic plug out anyways, you're going to need a little flat screwdriver. A little tiny watch repair screwdriver, something like that. It's a flat screwdriver. You can take that screwdriver right there, and even though that plastic plug is still in there, here's what I do to get that out. I either take my Bic lighter out and heat that up. You can heat the end of that little screwdriver up. It takes a long time with a Bic. You can take a propane torch, heat the end of that thing up until it's just starting to turn red. Then what you do is you just stick it in there. You don't even have to twist it. You just stick it in there and you're going to hear it go psst, and it's going to sizzle right in there, and it's going to melt itself into that little plastic plug. Wait now, 30 seconds, something like that, blow on it if you want. Cool it off. 30 seconds later, it's going to be hardened in there, and then you can twist it and start turning it, and it'll pull out of there, and you're going to see a little plastic plug stuck, melted on the end of that little screwdriver. You just knock it off there, cut it off with a razor blade, whatever you want. Now you look down in there with a little flashlight, and you see, yep, I see a little slot in there. Now that screwdriver is going to go right back in there, and now you can turn it. You're going to feel it turning. Do the same thing on the low speed screw, down the center of that barrel, right down the top of your carburetor. Do the same thing. Get those plastic plugs out of there. If you do have that tool, you can do the same thing with that. I do this a lot at work. The little plastic plug is stripped. You can't get it out. You can heat that up just like you do that, and it melts itself around those little threads on there, and boom, pop it out, and then you just unscrew it when it's cool. That's your Zama carburetor. Now you know where it is on the low speed, high speed screw on those really common Zama carburetors. Now we go back to that Walbro carburetor that looks like that. It's the exact same thing, except it's different. Same thing, low speed is down the top where the barrel turns, like that. That's your low speed screw. Now you're going to see on the side of these Walbro carbs, there's a hole right here. Some of these Walbro carburetors are non-adjustable. You will see that the top is filled with epoxy. You can't get in there no matter what you do. It's just a big glob of epoxy in there, and there's not even a hole on the side of that. It'll look just like that carburetor, but what I just said, it is truly a non-adjustable carburetor. That is quite rare, to be honest with you. If you have a carburetor like that, well, what can I say? You're screwed. You can't adjust it. The other thing with these Walbro carburetors are exactly like the Zama that I just showed you, where they have those little plastic plugs in there. You do exactly the same thing. Get those plastic plugs out, and you can use that tiny little flat screwdriver and adjust it like I just showed you. Now, if you take your little flashlight and you look in those holes, and there's no little, obviously, plastic plug in there, you have a carburetor that needs a specialty tool now. This is what the specialty tool looks like. It's called a small D. I'll show you right on the end right here. It looks just like a D, like the letter D. That is called a small D. There are small Ds and big Ds. The one you need for this carburetor is called the small D. Right on the description of this video, I got a link there for you where you can actually buy one of these adjusting tools if you want. They're not very expensive. There is no possible way you can adjust that carburetor unless you have that specialty tool. So you have that tool now, you just simply put it in there, low speed right there, high speed in that hole on the side. You need that tool if there's no plugs in there. So that's where those hidden screws are on those two barrel type cube carburetors right there, your Walbro and your Zama. They are adjustable in most cases. You just need to know where the screws are and how to get at them. Now you know where they are. Go back to that video and adjust it just like I showed you on that last video, and you should be good to go. What can I say? I hope I helped you guys out again. That's what I'm here for. What can I say? Next time, guys. Steve out. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, click on that little button right there. If you'd like to see the full version of this video, it's a lot more detailed, a lot more in-depth, click right there.